Hi girls! Today I'm going to show you how to make these really awesome looking miniature books for your dolls. I'm going to show you first what I made, and then I'm going to show you the tutorial how to make them. They're really easy to make, they're fun, and they look, well, really awesome I think. Alright, so let's get started. What do you need? You can either make your own covers by drawing on them or by cutting pieces out from magazines and gluing it onto paper, or you can print out this sheet of paper which I made with different covers which I collected from online. When you print it out on a piece of paper which is not the thinnest. It doesn't have to be the thickest either, like plastic laminate or anything, it's just not the thinnest, so it doesn't, get too warped too fast. Print it out in color, and then aside from that, you just need some plain white paper, scissors, and a stapler. Oh, and a pen, of course, to write inside. So, I'll start by cutting out one of the covers to make my first book. I'm cutting out all the white around it. Now, to make the pages inside, you need them to be the size of your book, so you could trace them. Be careful not to paint on your cover, but tracing them, then you have a lot of erasing to do on every page, unless you want to have those ugly pencil lines around. So I found it's actually easier just to hold the cover against the page, and just go snap, 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 and cut out the pages like that. However, if that's too hard for you, if the cover keeps moving and you cut it wrong, then you can always trace. Make as many pages as you want for your book. If you want it to look like a thick novel, then cut out more pages. Or if you want it to be like a thin magazine or children's book, then cut out less pages. Now, hold them together and fold them over through the center. You want to fold your cover along the spine. Every book has a spine, that's that part in the middle. And you don't want to fold it too tightly, like too hard. Fold the edges stronger and then just more gently towards the spine. Now put your pages inside your book, and you can either trim away the extra bits around the edges before stapling or after stapling. You'll want to staple it as close to the spine as possible. If you staple it right on the spine like here in this example, then it's going to be really easy to turn the pages of the book in both directions. And just make sure not to staple it on the name because that just doesn't look so nice. So do your best to staple it not on the writing on the spine. On this book, for instance, you don't even see my stapling, do you? Well, that's because I stapled it not on the spine, but a bit off towards the back cover, which makes it a little bit harder to turn the pages in the right direction, but not impossible. So the best thing is just try it out, see which works best for you, and then stamp it. You can always pull it out, although it will make two little holes. And if it's on the name, you can always move it with your nail just a little bit off it to make it nice. Now after you staple it, you'll have to cut away the extra bits of white paper that stick out. Even if you cut it perfectly to begin with to fit the book, when you fold it over, there'll always be some sticking out, so just cut it again and be careful not to cut the cover while you're cutting the pages. Then once you're finished cutting away the extra pages, start filling in your book. You know how sometimes text when it's really small just looks like all these wiggly little lines? Well, you can do that just to save time if you don't feel like writing in the book. And it also looks, okay. Be careful not to get too many of those ink spots, they're really ugly, so dry your pen tip, wipe it off now and then. Or you can actually write real words in there, if you feel like writing. If you know what the story is about, you could write a short summary, or you could copy from the book. Or if you love writing, you could look at the cover, and if you don't know what the story is about, just invent a story and write something in your book. can also write the copyright in the front of the page or forward to make it look really real. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that your dolls will enjoy it too and have many books to read. You can start a library even. Or gifts for Christmas, or for Barbie birthdays. Now I'm going to show you some other books which I made, not from printed covers, but other ideas which you might like. You can do cookbooks by cutting out pictures from magazines, from pamphlets or flyers that you might get from some restaurant, and then paste it into a book that you make. And either copy a recipe from online or write your own, or just write something. And if you like drawing, you can also make children's books with a story, either that you write or that you copy from a book you like, and do some cute drawings to make it look like a real little picture book. You can also make gossip magazines or copies of your favorite magazines, cut out pictures of stars, or write some stories that you read. You can also do activity books for your dolls, like mazes or coloring in books. You can do some magazines or newspapers for your male dolls, for your Ken dolls, if you care for them to have something to read, like car things or technology. You can also make diaries for your dolls, which have blank insides, just some lines or empty for them to fill in. And if your dolls have miniature guitars, then you can make them music books. You can make travel magazines with pictures. You can make art books where you paint inside or you take pictures from magazines. You can make them school books, boring history books, math books, and many other things too. If you have any ideas, leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like it and leave me a comment. I have a link in the description where you can go to download this printable paper with the book covers in it, so you can make books for your dolls too. And here's a shout out to Shyla Tran.
We love you!
If you want to know when I post new tutorials and new crafts, hit this button here to subscribe. And if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, then you'll know when I have freebies, because I'm going to have many stories which I'm going to be publishing, books, stories, activity books, and other freebie gifts, cool gifts for my subscribers. So follow me on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, have fun crafting, and see you next time. Bye!